We're gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, yeah, hopefully my hair looks good, does it look good? Hello, bonjour. My name is Alan and today is Bi Visibility Day and I am a proud bi man, so I'm gonna make a video about it. So Monday, at the beginning of Bi Visibility Week, I decided to come out to everyone. And it was great. Very end of the video, I decided that I want to make a bisexual Q&A for today being Bi Visibility Day, and I got some pretty great questions. So we're just gonna get into them, and then here we go. When and how did you realize you liked both genders? I'm gonna put a little amendment on that and say that the two genders that I like are male and female. Just gonna put that out there. Let's see. I think it was around puberty. I had this kind of like notion in me that I thought guys were attractive, but I didn't really think much of it. I honestly thought that everyone had that kind of feeling inside of like, oh, he looks handsome. I mean, you can be straight and still respect a good, handsome man. Literally senior week, you know, the week you celebrate graduating high school and being done with grade school, one of my friends came out as bisexual, and I was like, wait, I think I am too. So I started exploring that about myself and I realized, oh yeah, hey, I'm bisexual. Leading into the next question, someone also asked, how did I realize that I was bisexual and how did I come to terms with it? Coming to terms was a lot harder than the realization of it. I still have this issue every now and then where I don't want to be bisexual. I want to be straight. And that's a thing that I need to work on in myself. Don't let that pressure you. That is something that is personal and that I need to work on, and honestly coming out has made me more proud of myself of being bisexual and less wanting to be straight. It's one of those things where it's such a heteronormative world that being something that isn't straight, hetero or whatever is kind of looked down upon, and all the stuff that bisexuals get, it's very tempting to just say I'm straight. But there's also a certain amount of pride that I have within myself that says, no, Alan, you are not. You are bisexual. Coming to terms, honestly, has been an ongoing process, essentially. Was it hard to come out to friends and family? It was at first, and then it became easier as it went along. There was like a certain amount of peace that I liked in my life, and I didn't want that screwing it up. But being out and about actually relieves some anxiety and stress, so it's actually better for me and makes my life a little bit happier. Does bisexuality work on a spectrum? Are things more black and white when it comes to romantic interest? I'm also going to pair that up with, do you have a preference? I would say yes. It works on a spectrum. The way I think about it is, well, look at the bisexual flag. You have blue, you have purple, and you have pink, but sometimes I see red, but blue and reddish hue make purple. They come together and there's like this gradient. I like to think of it as a gradient rather than the spectrum of preference. And then going on to that, I don't really have a preference. For me, I joke that it really depends on the day, the mood, what I ate, who I'm seeing at the time, who I'm with. It's one of those, I see a boy and I'm like, you're cute. And I see a girl and I'm like, you're very cute. I don't really have a preference, and yes, it kind of works on a spectrum. Some days I feel like I'm more attracted to girls, some days I feel like I'm more attracted to the guys, and then other days I'm like, I really need mac and cheese in my life right now. Are you single? Yes. My sister likes to joke that even though I like boys and girls, I still can't get anyone to date me. That's an issue all on its own. We ain't going there. We ain't not going there right now. Top or bottom? Is this Grindr? Are we on Grindr right now? Besides, pourquoi pas les deux? I am personally pan, and every time I tell someone who isn't following the LGBT community this, they tell me I'm just bi. Do you have any tips on how to tell them the difference without insulting them or making them feel ill-informed? So this is what I have learned, and I'm going to tell you that I'm not the end-all be-all source of information. So I'm going to try and link you guys in the description below more information on the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality. So just remember, I'm not the most informed on this. I'm just trying to give you the best information that I understand. Tell them that bisexuality means two. You choose two genders. Pansexuality is A, being open to the idea that there are more than two genders, and B, being attracted to more than just two genders. If I'm missing some sort of information or I don't have it quite clear, please let me know in the comments down below. Again, I must reiterate that I'm not the best at this type of situation. What were the key things that helps you come to accept yourself as you are? Wind it down to 3 key things. RJ from the Not Adam and Shep 689, he was a huge factor into me accepting myself as being bisexual, because I saw this man who is very proud of his sexuality, and he is in a same-sex relationship, and he constantly has to defend the fact that no, he is not gay now that he is in a loving marriage with another man. He's still bisexual. And I think his perseverance and his courage and honestly his tenacity, his kahunas, it inspired me to really be myself and be proud of that. YouTubers in general being proud of that and putting that content out there. That on top of the amazing YouTubers that have helped me, I've created a list, thanks to my friend Larry, of bi YouTubers that I think should definitely deserve a shout out. I want to continue making this list. I think it needs a little bit more diversity to it, but it's really hard to find more bi YouTubers, to be quite honest. So if you know any bi YouTubers, please leave in the comments down below. This is a list that I just personally want to make for future references and maybe future projects, you know. I would have to say the friend that came out during senior week. The last key factor was my own happiness. Found happiness and acceptance in the fact that I was coming out and I was saying, hey, I am bi. Just to wrap that up, YouTubers, my friend, my happiness. Those are the key aspects of me coming to realize who I was and coming to terms with it all. How do you feel about the erasure of bisexuality in many narratives in the media? Here's a funny story. Here is a hilarious story. So you guys know Legend of Korra. I hope you do. Legend of Korra is a series that is like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It deals with the next generation, essentially. And there are 2 characters that revealed at the very end of the show, the very last scene, the very last seconds, are revealed to be bisexual. That is literally how the show ends, is them revealing that they're bisexual and actually in love with each other type of deal. And I, because I have been so trained by the media to, it's either they're straight or they're because it was 2 females, or they're lesbian, or they're anything else, or this wasn't even them romance, it was just 2 friends type of deal. I have been trained by media that they weren't bisexual. I literally had to have a friend tell me, no, bruh, they're bi. They're totally dating. That's the totally thing. He's straight. And he had to tell me this. And I still didn't believe it until the 2 creators of the show decided to make long posts defending, yes, they're dating. They like each other. 2 women, bisexual, like each other. And even then, I was like, this can't be happening. This can't be real. And on top of that, Glee had an episode where one of the gay characters thought he was bi, and another gay character made fun of him for that. And I was like, what? Glee, you have gays all over the place. Why can't someone be bi? And sure enough, there was a person later on, actually my favorite character, turned out to be bi, and it was okay in the end, but it was one of those things of like, wow, my favorite show at the time is telling me that a sexuality that I might identify as is not real. That's bullshit. And the very last question to end this little bisexual Q&A on Bi Visibility Day is, can I have a hug? Yes, you can have a hug. Come here. So that's it for me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I have a lots of feelings. I have lots of feelings on this. You will definitely see more bisexual content coming from me, because now that I'm out and about and doing stuff with it, I'm not gonna stop. If you're new here, press subscribe, give this video a like, comment down below if you know any bi YouTubers that may not be on my list, or anything that you really want to comment down below. If you guys still have more questions, my ask box is always open. I love answering y'all's questions, to be honest. And yeah, I will see y'all next time.